What's up everyone, Carlos Tyson here. Welcome back to another video, and today we got my SummerSlam 2023 predictions. And I am recording and hopefully uploading this on the Thursday, so before SmackDown on Friday. So if anything gets added or changed, unfortunately I won't be able to have it in this video. However, that is 8 matches already announced, so I don't see much more being added or changed to the card. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be the set card for SummerSlam, since we already have 8 matches. So yeah, and let's start with the SummerSlam Battle Royale. So far the confirmed participants are LA Knight, Sheamus, Tommaso Ciampa, Shinsuke Nakamura, Otis, and Chad Gable. Obviously there'll be a lot more added. I'm a big fan of Battle Royals. I do enjoy Battle Royale. I think they're a bit of fun. So yeah, I am kind of not excited, but I do enjoy the Battle Royale, so I will enjoy it. Nothing has been confirmed for what the winner gets. So yeah, it's just the Battle Royale, and maybe the winner gets a mid-card title shot or something. And for my pick, I'm going to go with someone that's already confirmed. Someone who is one of the most overacts in WWE right now. That is LA Knight. Yeah. No other reason other than he's so over right now. I feel like they have to give him something. Maybe push him up for the US title. Maybe have him, I know what you could. Yeah, well, he's not going to go after Roman, is he? But yeah, have him go for the US title or something. I feel like LA Knight, he's so over right now. You got to capitalize on that. He's like the top merch seller. He gets great crowd reactions. And yes, kind of start giving them, a lot of people thought he should have won Money in the Bank. I was there at Money in the Bank. The reaction for him at Money in the Bank was unbelievable. And all the false finishes for him, like when he would climb the ladder at the end and then got taken out by Priest. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot more you could be doing with LA Knight, and I hope at SummerSlam this Battle Royale, it's kind of the start of them getting kind of capitalizing on the momentum LA Knight has right now. I did think he was gonna win the United States Championship Eliminator Tournament, and he'd beat Austin Theory for the US title. I thought that would potentially happen at SummerSlam, but of course Santos Escobar went on to win that, beating Rey Mysterio in the finals, so LA Knight didn't even get to the finals of that. But yeah, I feel like he's the obvious choice and obvious pick to go for in this Battle Royale, and that is what I'm going to do. Moving on to Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler, and this is a MMA rules match. So why not just do the fight pit? Yeah, it's an already established the gimmick. Just throw in the fight pit. It basically is MMA kind of rules-ish. So I'm guessing you win by knockout or submission. I wonder if there's going to be rounds, or if it's just one straight fight. And I'm going to go Shayna Baszler to get the win here. I feel like Shayna is someone who we've seen in NXT can be someone at the top of the card. We haven't really seen that on the main roster, and I think it's time we start to see that kind of title contender Shayna Baszler on the main roster. And what better way than giving her a big pay-per-view win over Ronda Rousey. Of course, friends, former tag team partners. Of course, Shayna turning on Ronda at Money in the Bank. I don't know what Ronda's future is like. I've just seen some stuff saying that she could be leaving WWE. So I don't know. And yeah, so why not put Shayna over on, even if Ronda stays around, Shayna goes over here, you can build to a rematch. So I just think giving the win to Shayna here makes the most sense, and it's what they should do. Whether or not it's WWE, you never know. They probably will give it to Ronda, but yeah, I'm going to go with Shayna. Gunther defends the Intercontinental Championship versus Drew McIntyre. This should be a good match. Drew and Gunther, we've seen at WrestleMania in that triple threat with Sheamus. We've seen with Sheamus and Gunther. I feel like Drew and Gunther will be a great matchup. Style-wise, I think they match up well, and I'm hoping we get another banger, similar to what we got with Sheamus and Gunther one-on-one, similar to what we got at WrestleMania. and I feel like this has potential to be a match of the night contender, potentially even match of the year, if they go out and deliver to expectations. In terms of winner, it's got to be Gunther. He's so close to beating Honky Tonk Man's record. I think September is when he'll do it. So we're only like a month away, maybe. Like, so you got to keep the belt on Gunther. He's so close to breaking that record. You may as well fully commit, have him break that record. He deserves to break that record. He's done such a great job of building back that Intercontinental Championship as champion and the credibility behind that belt. Yeah, I think they'd be stupid to take it off Gunther so close to the record, so I'm going to go with Gunther. But again, it's WWE. You'll never know. Even with Triple H in charge, you just never know, because Vince McMahon could phone in and it's like, yeah, we're going with Drew, pal. Ricochet versus Logan Paul, again, this has potential to be a show stealer, which again, like everyone seems to say about Logan in WWE, but he just does such a good job at what he does. Like, you just have to put your hands up and say, in terms of wrestling, whether you like him or not, Logan has been impressive. Ricochet, again, one of the best high flyers. They're going to go out there, they're going to go try steal a show. They very well could. And yeah, they're going to, probably do some crazy spot together, at Money in the Bank. You had him doing the Spanish Fly from the ropes through the two tables. At the Rumble, you had a big crossbody. So I'm expecting a big moment like that, a big spot where they both do something crazy. I'd love to see Ricochet get a big win. He's someone, again, he's kind of been a bit underutilized. He has been in a Crown Champion before. In fact, he's the one who lost it to Gunther, but his reign isn't that memorable. The only reason I remember that is because he's the one Gunther beat for the belt. But it's hard to go against Logan Paul, just because of who he is and the star power his name has. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with Logan. He'll get a win over Ricochet. Asuka versus Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair, triple threat for the WWE Women's Championship. I'm going with Asuka. I do not want Asuka to lose the belt. I'm a big Asuka fan. I'm happy she actually finally won the belt. I'm happy. I thought she should have done it at WrestleMania. They didn't do it. They waited to Night Champions. And yeah, I won't put the belt back on Bianca. I feel like it's too soon. She had it over a year before dropping it to Asuka. Charlotte has 20 title reigns by now. I think she's on 14, 15 being serious. We all know they're just trying to have her beat or tie Flair's record or Rick's record. But yeah, I personally won't take the belt off Asuka. I feel like it's too soon to go back to Bianca and Charlotte, considering Charlotte was the person Rhea beat for her belt. So yeah, I'd like to have Asuka have a bit of a longer run. Maybe even have Io cash in on Asuka. That I would accept, because again, Io's someone new, someone fresh that hasn't been a champion on the main roster. I know Asuka has before, but I feel like she hasn't really had that big reign she deserves. So yeah, I'd like to see Asuka retain here again, and maybe continue to tease Io cashing in and leading to an eventual Asuka versus Io feud. I'd much rather see that than Charlotte or Bianca be champion again. So yeah, I'm going to go Asuka. Then match number 3 in the series between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, and there hasn't really been a stipulation that added here, at least on what I have in front of me, which I'm kind of surprised as kind of people expecting to be one. They're tied at 1-1. Cody got the win at Backlash. Brock got the win at Night of Champions. And yeah, here we are. They are going to end the trilogy. Well, I presume they'll end it with the trilogy. And I think Cody Rhodes will come out on top. Again, Cody, one of the top stars in the company at the moment. I feel like after having him lose at WrestleMania, if you then have him lose the series with Brock, I feel like that is when the damage will kind of start to be done to Cody. I feel like Losing to Roman, I don't think's hurt Cody, but if he then goes and loses to Brock and the series against Brock, I feel like that is when maybe Cody's like overness kind of starts to diminish a bit. So if that like makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody to beat Brock. In that one, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line. This is a tough one. I've enjoyed Seth as world champion. I've enjoyed Seth's run. I think he was a great first choice to be the world champion. I feel like he was the one who deserved it the most. I wanted Finn to do that Money in the Bank again. Maybe that's just biased because I'm Irish and I was at Money in the Bank and I want to see Finn win the world title in person. But doing it at SummerSlam, I think, is what they will do. For multiple reasons, and I feel like wait until SummerSlam actually is the smarter choice, because the first ever WWE Universal Championship match, SummerSlam 2016, 7 years ago already. Wow. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor got the better of Rollins on that night, but Balor got injured, had to vacate the title. So imagine 7 years on, SummerSlam once again, Balor gets his payback on Seth and once again becomes a world champion. Again, long overdue. I know he's had an NXT title run since that Universal title run, but on the main roster again, Finn Balor is someone who's been a long time coming to be a world champion. We never got that Universal Championship run because of the injury. He had to vacate it after one day, and he just never got another chance to go with the ball. And I feel like he deserves one. Again, maybe biased, but because he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Like I have a poster up there behind me. I also have a like set poster as well, but I don't know if you can see them on camera. Or you can make them out on camera. But like yeah, I think another reason why Finn probably will and should win is the story with the Judgment Day. Of course, they've kind of teased in dissension with Priest and Balor over the World Championship because, of course, Damian Priest is Senior Money in the Bank. And I think, imagine Finn winning the belt, Damian in his own group with the briefcase. Then you have Rhea with the Women's World Championship. You have Dom with the North American Championship. Judgment Day full of gold, or well, 3 members holding the gold, and Priest with the briefcase. That kind of establishes the dominance that we've seen from the Judgment Day in the past couple of months on Raw. Finn gets the world title run he deserves, and you get that intrigue with Priest having the Money in the Bank briefcase within the same group as the world champion in Finn Balor. I feel like that is a great story, and one that's, I'm trying to think, I don't think's really ever been told in the WWE, and in all the years of Money in the Bank being around. So yeah, I'd go with Finn Balor over Seth Rollins. And then the match I'm presuming will be the main event, as in go on last. I know they've been saying, oh, Cody Rhodes and Brock is the main event, and this is the main event, that's the main event. For me, there's only one main event, and that is what goes on last. I think that will be Tribal Combat for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship and recognition of Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. It goes down this Saturday in Detroit. Tribal Combat. I'm so excited for this one. I was there, Money in the Bank, when Jey pinned Roman. The roof blew off the O2 Arena. Everyone was standing back, like after the show, singing, dancing along, celebrating, singing with the Usos music. The Usos were celebrating in the ring. It was just such a good moment, and I'd love to see Jey Uso walk out of SummerSlam with the undisputed Universal Championship. I feel like the perfect story is with Jey winning it, because the bloodline basically started. Roman beat Jey twice, and then that's kind of how like Jey joined with Roman, and Jimmy kind of went along with it as well, and Jey became the right hand man and all this, and now it's led to this. I would love to see Jey win, come full circle nearly 3 full years later, and be the one to finally dethrone Roman. Will he do it though is the tough question, and Will they do it? I don't think they will. Maybe it's because of kind of being burned, because I was like, oh, they should do it with Sammy. They didn't. A lot of people thought they should have done it with Cody. They didn't. Will they do it with Jay? It's a tough one. You also have to factor in Jimmy. He got written out of TV. He hasn't been seen. I'm expecting him to return at SummerSlam with. And there's a bit more that's like, maybe Jimmy's jealous. Maybe Jimmy costs Jay, because they've kind of been teasing that a bit. You have the Solo Sikoa factor. And, you know, Solo's kind of been looking at the lay and the championships. And he's like, maybe Solo. And, you know, we've seen it in the build-up to Money in the Bank. The Usos saying Solo's our Tribal Chief, isn't it? And that's kind of what started that tease with Solo. So maybe Solo's like, maybe I should take it for myself. Cost Jay, take out Roman, and I can be Tribal Chief. You know, there's a lot of... The story has been so good. There's a lot of different outcomes that I can see coming from this, and a lot of different outcomes that make sense. As much as I want to go with Jey Uso, I'm going to play it smart, and I think Roman wins. I want Jey, but I think Roman. So, yeah, let's just leave it at that. I want Jey, but I think it'll be Roman. Let me know what your predictions for SummerSlam in the comment section below. If you did enjoy, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.